Hello all! Now, I haven't seen any videos out there yet on this, and even though I'm by no means a YouTuber or any kind of review channel, I thought I'd give a quick review on the newly released Ms. Pac-Man microplayer by MyArcade. This machine was made available for pre-order on MyArcade's official website just a couple of days ago. Pre-orders are set at $34.99 and promised to ship on May 28th. But these units have been popping up in Walmart retail stores well ahead of the proposed ship date, and my local Walmart happened to have 4. These sightings have been mostly in the California Bay Area, so your experience may vary, but it's worth a shot. Something to note, my Walmart had these for $24.99 each, as opposed to $34.99 on the official website. First, let's take a look at the packaging. I believe this unit is the first new microplayer that MyArcade has released in a few months, but the packaging follows the same pattern as their previous models with gorgeous artwork, a bit of history, and a peek at the goods inside. Let's crack it open. I have opened this ahead of time, just to put batteries in. Normally this packaging is sealed with tape. Aside for now. First we got the manual with how to play Ms. Pac-Man and some basic operation instructions. And second we have a mini poster with all of the available MyArcade units. That's nice. And it's double-sided too. It's got 2 mystery machines, one from Namco and one from Taito. So that's something to look forward to. And the best for last. This piece of plastic. Just kidding. The machine itself. MyArcade has kept up a very consistent high material quality in their machines, and this Ms. Pac-Man is no exception. Keeping up with past units, we've got the clever coin door on and off switch, a D-pad with a removable joystick, and your start and reset buttons. On the back, you've got your volume controls, a headphone jack, and 2 ways to power the unit. You can use either 4 AA batteries, or you can power it with a micro USB cable, neither of which are included. But now let's talk a bit about the artwork. Now, MyArcade has done a really nice job adapting the cabinet artwork for this mini machine. And something I really like that we don't see too often is the stripes actually contour to the shape of the machine, so that's really nice. Unlike the promotional photos, the colors are all a bit unpleasant. The blue is dark and desaturated, and the yellow, especially in the marquee, is so pale that it's almost off-white. Just for comparison, here is a Ms. Pac-Man control panel overlay that I reproduced. And just to compare, we can see what the colors can and should look like on the MyArcade machine versus the original artwork. My theory on the strange colors is that the artist was working in RGB mode, which is meant for computer screens, rather than CMYK mode, which is meant for printing. And printing from an RGB file, especially with something as color sensitive as this, can have some unpredictable and unpleasant results. Now, the next thing that I notice, but that most other people probably won't, is the accuracy of the artwork compared to the original artwork. So the monster in the marquee is missing his tongue. All of the characteristic black shading on the side art is completely missing. Now, the reason I notice and care so much about artwork quality, I've reproduced the entire artwork set for the original Ms. Pac-Man arcade cabinet. This isn't an advertisement, since I don't actively sell Ms. Pac-Man artwork anymore, but I've spent countless hours and hours sourcing and scanning and vectorizing to make the most high caliber reproduction possible. So I've spent hours behind Ms. Pac-Man artwork, and I can see little inaccuracies everywhere. Those are things that most people really won't care about. It's just a little bit disappointing that the major corporation that owns the intellectual property can't do better. Alright, now that the artwork's covered, let's peel off the screen and turn it on. We're greeted with a gorgeous title screen with the classic Ms. Pac-Man logo, and it looks great. But the game, as we've been predicting, It's the NES port. It's the Namco created version. I really wanted to give this port a fair shot and hope my memory is just exaggerating how poor it is, but it's just bad. The NES is perfectly capable of producing the color pink, yet they chose these bizarre maze colors that have nothing to do with Ms. Pac-Man. Not to mention, Ms. Pac-Man herself is a pale green. Ugh. The monsters still follow the old Pac-Man AI, and the gameplay feels stiff and slow. Hey, at least we still have Level 3's iconic pumpkin? To conclude, if you don't mind the colors, and if you either enjoy NES Ms. Pac-Man or don't plan on playing it much, this is a durable and elegant machine that'll fit right into your microplayer collection. Otherwise, as much as I hate to say it, if you're as much of a Pac-Man enthusiast as I am, you might be a bit disappointed. I hope you found this video helpful, and as the great YouTubers always say, thank you for watching.